what I want to add here is then, if we are these, we have to think about all this information and the way in which we've got all these ideas that can infect people, that are like viruses. There are these ideas that are harmful, that are helpful, that are, and all of this is going on in our world. Then there's this question of exposure to toxic entities that have to do with like just like we think of exposure to a virus is important, in a certain way. If you get a little bit of exposure to it, you can defend yourself from it. Any kind of integration with any other society would have to think of that whole spiritual aspect of a new civilization that might enter it. All of their dirty laundry, basically, all of their bad ideas, their good ideas, that whole thing can be a big lump of toxic stuff with viruses that may be another civilization might even be susceptible to, where they could actually harm them. And so there's even that kind of consideration that any alien species would have to make, is that, what about our ideas? Because we are more than just our bodies and the physical world. We are our ideas as well.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, a lot of times when people have talked about this psychic connection and using the mind as part of, the way that alien craft are controlled. And, that really, of course, that makes sense.
For sure.
We're already trying to control our computers with our minds. Any advanced civilization, of course they'd be doing that. And then at that point, wouldn't they have already understood all of this? Wouldn't they already understand that there's all these ideas and things that you have to account for? And then there's this whole, basically, a computing substrate that we make up, where we've got to watch out for viruses. We got to create a whole immune system around ideas, and and we got to make sure we have that, and because of the interaction of ideas that's going to happen at very rapid speeds, and that's going on right now. We just haven't figured out the whole having an immune system thing properly.
Our adaptive immune system needs to compensate for information or for ideas, and
exactly. And we've got to start building a mental immune system that works, that doesn't attack ourselves, that doesn't, because there's so many different ways an immune system can screw up, right? And if we try to do that with our minds, I think that's part of what religion has been doing for thousands of years too, is trying to create the right balance of an immune system, of a security system, of a way of, having a balance between being exposed to new ideas and also being able to find that core that, so you can continue to function